fine evening for baseball here in the Bronx. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series is next. We are in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium, its new incarnation, the host for this edition of Major League Baseball presented by The Show. We are just about ready to commence with the first game of the American League Championship Series, as it'll be the Boston Red Sox taking on the New York Yankees. And welcome everybody inside the broadcast booth. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Eric Karros. Dave, what do you look for in a postseason matchup like this one?
Matt, these guys have gone through a lot to get to this point, and now each team's going to be looking to get off on the right foot and win Game 1. Remember, the team that wins the first game goes on to win the series a vast majority of the time, so this is a very important game.
All right, Dave, thank you, and we'll hear from Eric as we move along. But first, here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox, presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And set to face these guys is a man who tied for the Major League lead with 21 wins a year ago, the All-Star left-hander CC Sabathia. A look there at the Yankees defensively, and they feature an infield full of Gold Glove Award winners as Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira all took home hardware in 2010. Time to sit back and enjoy this one from Yankee Stadium as Jacoby Ellsbury gets set to lead off the ball game. And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball one. Now the 1-0 from CC. And he takes a cold strike one. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
And, Matt, that thing will turn hard like that at the end when he's really throwing it well.
Fouled back. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. On a nice changeup that time, gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Well, you know you're off to a good start when you've got a guy shaking his head one at-bat into the ball game. You know, and if he can keep these guys off balance throughout, he's going to leave a lot of guys shaking their heads before this is through.
So the leadoff man retired for Dustin Pedroia. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0.
And we should see a good bit of that slider here tonight, so that's going to be a pitch he'll need to start locating.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
And this is hit on the ground for A-Rod at third. Throw on to first will take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
And we'll show you this delivery again in show motion. I mean, this is a big guy out there, and he relies on throwing a good, hard fastball. So he's got to have everything in perfect alignment to get those few extra miles per hour. And that's part of what makes him such a good pitcher.
So 2 gone in the inning now for Adrian Gonzalez. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
And how they pitch to him here in this first inning will be a good barometer of how they'll approach him this entire game.
Now a swing from Adrian, and this is on the ground out to second. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. So a perfect 1-2-3 first for the big fella CC Sabathia. Sox 0, Yanks coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball, The Show. Starting lineup for the Yankees, as presented by Joe Girardi, will look like this. They'll have to match up against a two-time All-Star and World Series MVP from way back in 2003, the hard-throwing right-hander Josh Beckett. And in the field, the Red Sox will look like this behind him. Here comes Brett Gardner now as he'll lead things off in the home first. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Keeping it low, he won't get burned down there.
The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
He's got to hold up a bit and just try to take that thing right back up the middle.
And this is on the ground for Lowry at short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. And with 1 away, there's a good look at the new Yankee Stadium. As mentioned many times, the dimensions are exactly the same as they were across the street. Still a great park for left-handed hitters, as evidenced by the short 314 down the right field line. Not quite as forgiving for righties as that Death Valley area out in left center extends to a full 399 feet. One of, if not the deepest in baseball. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these two teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. So 2 are gone here in the inning for Mark Teixeira. And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Cameron is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Yankees come up empty. We've played an inning in the Bronx. No score here on the show. Kevin Youkilis leads things off now in the top half of the second. Now a ball hit down the line in the air. This has a chance, and oh, it's high off the foul pole for a home run. A solo home run for Kevin Youkilis. His first homer here in the series as the Red Sox get the game's first run. It's 1-0.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Jed Lowry will step in now. Switch hitter batting from the right side here. And this is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
And now, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this next one be a changeup in the dirt.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as Swisher comes over to try and cut it off. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Well, sometimes you got to know when it's a good idea to put on the brakes at first base. He gambled there and lost big time.
Darnell McDonald will stand in. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Now the 1-0 from CC. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
In there, 1-2 now. Here's Sabathia on 1-2. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Under this one just a bit as this is a fly ball for the center fielder, Granderson. And he's got it for out number 2. Mike Cameron will get his first cuts here. Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. Swing, hot shot to the left side. And that's in there, base hit.
Ball hit pretty well right down the line at third base here, but a good job out and left to get to this quickly and hold him to just a single.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and in steps the dangerous J.D. Drew. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now a ball hit back up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Drew. The throw to third. And they won't get him at third. They're runners at the corners here with 2 gone.
Good job of 2-out hitting there to send this one right back up the middle. Also a good job of base running to gauge the center fielder's arm and know he can make it around from first to third.
Jason Varitek will dig in here. And that misses low and away, ball 1.
And this would be an important guy to get here with 2 away. They do not want this lead to get out of hand in the first few innings.
And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
And with a catcher at the plate, he's saying, you better give us that strike.
And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control, 1-2. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. So the Red Sox get a run on the Youkilis homer. On to the bottom of inning number 2. Now 1-0 Boston. Alex Rodriguez will be the batter. And Beckett will start him out with a fastball here as he jumps ahead, 0-1.
And there is probably no one in the concession lines right now. This is the matchup these folks came to see.
Strike 2.
That was a dangerous spot there for a good fastball hitter. Good thing he was taking.
Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right. Another 0-2 coming. And a swing by Rodriguez, but he got under it a bit as this will be pretty routine. Under it is Drew, 1 away. The 1 gone now for Jeter. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Chopper foul.
Nope, that's foul.
Jeter waiting, now the 1-1. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. And the good fastball that time from Beckett, sent on the ground for Pedroia at second. Throw on to first, and Jeter's set down for the second out of the inning.
5 up, 5 down so far for Beckett. He's showing he's going to be a tough customer in this one.
Robinson Cano is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And this ball will be chopped foul. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Hangs it that time, but he'll live to tell about it as it's hit to fairly routine straightaway central. And Cameron will make the play, and that ends the inning. Good work that time by Josh Beckett, still working on a 1-0 lead. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. And waiting for him to call a strike, but he never did. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the big fella wanted the call, but he didn't get it.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Now Sabathia's 1-1. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. And Teixeira steps on first himself to record the out.
And this is an important first out. Not just because he's the leadoff hitter, but because of what he represents. And that's speed on the base pass. Anytime you can keep him off first, that is indeed a major victory.
Dustin Pedroia will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the first pitch from CC. Good fastball from Sabathia to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field. And Cano will put this one away for out number 2. Adrian Gonzalez will step in now. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Sign from Posada. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
And that is a world-class changeup there.
And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
And you could see Posada try to frame that pitch, but he could not get the call.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Nice job there by CC Sabathia. And his club's keeping it close. It's 1-0. Troy Glaus makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Oh, and a good bender that time by Beckett. It's 0-1.
And he's got that thing moving pretty good here in the first few innings.
Now Beckett on 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Swing by Glaus and a ground ball to short. Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
Boy, a good curveball here. Just takes a sting right out of the bat, and all he can do is chop it on the ground.
So 1 away for the catcher, Jorge Posada. Beckett ready with the first pitch. And here's a nice curveball from Beckett as he jumps ahead. 0-1.
Boy, he's just sailing along now.
And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Beckett deals now on 1-2. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
And you'll get a good look at the grip on his two-seam fastball. You grip it along the narrower seams on the baseball, and that gives it that running action you don't see on the four-seamers.
Nick Swisher will stand in here, hoping to pick up his club's first hit in the contest. There's a fastball from Beckett for strike one.
Another first pitch strike. He's had these guys working from behind quite a bit here in the early going.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. And this is fouled straight back. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They still trail 1-0. Kevin Youkilis steps in now. Sabathia really putting all of his body behind that fastball. It's strike one. And he takes strike two.
He's really got him backed into a corner right now.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. And with one gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. Now here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball without a whole lot behind it towards Swisher out in right. Two gone. So with two gone here in the fourth, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And both guys throwing the country hardball so far. Top speeds of 95 and 97. Darnell McDonald is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
And now at the plate, you got to do something to get this guy out of the role he's been on.
Swing and a shot towards second. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. See the speedy Brett Gardner start things out when we come back. And here is Brett Gardner now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side. But this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. And look out as this bat shatters on impact. And Youkilis makes the play for the first out.
These guys are still looking for that elusive first hit. And this never had a chance of being the one. Just an easy pop-up as he keeps rolling right along.
So one gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Curtis Granderson. And he lays off there, 1-0.
And right now, boy, you're looking for any kind of base runner. Something to get this guy out of the groove he's been in.
Swing and a ground ball to short. Taken there by Lowry. Throw to first is in time, and Beckett looks sharp here. Two gone.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Mark Teixeira stands in as he looks at ball one here.
Another really close pitch there. He's been around the strike zone quite a bit. You know, sometimes that can be good. Other times, though, it can make you a little too predictable out there.
And Gonzalez will take it over himself, and that'll do it. Can't start any better than this. He set down the first 12. Mike Cameron will make his way towards the box to lead off the fifth. Now the first pitch from CC. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
And he's in that mindset now where he can do just about anything he wants to.
And a big hack that time by Cameron, but he swings through it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
A little late on the slider here as he hits it the other way to third. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. So 2 gone in the inning, and that brings in the catcher, Jason Varitek. Fastball in there for a called strike. Ball 1. And looked to be a strike on the monitor up here, but that's why I'm not an umpire. It's 2-1.
Boy, and if you're on the mound, you're thinking, I gotta have that one.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
And after challenging him up with the last fastball, that's a perfect spot for the follow-up, right at the knees.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And they're finally able to reach him for another base runner here as he had set down 9 in a row until that last base hit.
And he turns beautifully on that fastball as this is pulled into right for a base hit. Throw into third. And he is in there at third safely, so there are runners at the corners with 2 away.
And these guys can strike quickly. Just when it looked like they weren't going to do much here in the inning, they come through with hits on back-to-back pitches, and they're in business at first and third with 2 outs.
Dustin Pedroia will be the batter. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
And with runs proving to be hard to come by, we'll see if they want to set that runner in motion here.
And he misses again with it here. It's 3-0 now.
And boy, you sure don't want to extend this inning any further, so the next one really needs to be a strike.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Yeah, he was really squeezed on that last one. Posada's going to hustle out here to give him a little pat on the back.
Adrian Gonzalez digs in at the plate. Here's a ball chopped toward the second baseman. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Alex Rodriguez set to get things started in the next half inning. And there indeed is Alex Rodriguez now. He'll stand in against Josh Beckett to get the inning underway. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. But a foul ball, 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
And he's done everything right on the mound so far. The mistakes have been almost non-existent.
Grounded fouled off to the left, so they'll do it again. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. In comes Drew, but this is down for a hit.
It took him a little while, but this high-powered Yankee offense finally breaks into the hit column here. Let's see if they can do anything with it now.
Runner at first, and Derek Jeter will stand in. He grounded out his first time. A check on A-Rod, now the pitch. And he's squaring around here, but he can't connect. One strike.
And now he's going to need to put that no-hitter stuff behind him quick, because this ball game could still go either way.
Now he runs up and gets this one down. Lowry on to first, but no, not in time, as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the fifth, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Robinson Cano is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
And he's been effective all night long with that first pitch curveball.
Jeter's running. Pitch outside. The throw. And just great defensive baseball there as they will nail him at second on the pitch out.
Well, they guessed right on the pitch out right there, and this guy has just hung out to dry.
One on its way from Beckett. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. Up with the ball is Pedroia. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. Kevin Youkilis will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Here's the first offering. And that's in there for strike one.
And his home run has been the entire offensive output so far tonight.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And back up into the seats, though it had the distance. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Ready with another 0-2. That misses. 1-2.
Well, I don't think there are too many guys in this lineup that could have laid off that 0-2 pitch. That's a real tough take.
And there's a swing and a miss by Youkilis as he's set down for the first out of the inning.
And now with one away, here you'll get a look at his pitches by inning. The one that's going to help out the most was back in the 4th inning. He hardly had to expend any energy that time around.
Jed Lowry stands in as he swings and misses for strike one.
And he's been able to use that slider early in the count to get ahead.
Sabathia ready with the 0-1. And he goes the other way with it. Hit well, but this is a foul ball. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward Gardner in left field. And there's the second out of the inning. Darnell McDonald will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. In there for strike one. Now he swings and hits this ball on the ground. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. The Red Sox lead it 1-0. Troy Glaus swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Action now in that Boston bullpen as the veteran right-hander Dan Wheeler's cranking it up. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And now a swing and a routine fly ball out towards center. And this is handled by Cameron, 1 away.
You know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been the big key for him.
Jorge Posada is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. Cameron is back to the warning track, though, as he gloves it for the 2nd out.
Making a bid to finally put a tally in that run column, but he comes up just a little short as this ball dies out there on the warning track.
Nick Swisher will dig in now. Switch hitter batting left. First pitch to him. Now a ball hit hard towards the hole. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit.
Well, 2-out single right there, and that constitutes a rally the way this one's gone. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Brett Gardner is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
In there, 1-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Oh, and a good job there of anticipating that pitch in the dirt.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And that base hit puts runners at 1st and 2nd now, but more importantly, those are the tying and go-ahead runs out there. So this is a spot where they really need to cash in.
Big spot here. 1st and 2nd, 2 men gone. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. That's high for a ball, 1-0.
And the Yanks just need that one big hit they've been lacking so far.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
First a curveball, then a changeup. Not what you'd expect from a power pitcher.
Look into Varitek. Now the 1-1. Here's a swing from Granderson and a routine ground ball to second base. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Mike Cameron will dig in, 1 for 2 thus far. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Boy, in between these 2 starting pitchers, nothing but zeros on the scoreboard since way back in the 2nd inning.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. And, ooh, straight back and off the mask of Posada, a foul ball. And a changeup swung on and missed for the 1st out.
And the Yankees and Sox are probably the most bitter rivalry in all of baseball, maybe in all of sports. So it's no surprise here that this is such a tight game.
J.D. Drew is at the plate as he watches ball one.
And this is a guy that can run into one every now and then, so he can't be taken lightly, especially in only a one-run game.
And this winds up inside for a ball, 2-0 now.
And let's see if he makes him throw a strike here.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0.
And this is a guy that will be happy to take a walk, so I think you really need to challenge him a little more on the mound.
Comes with the slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike one.
Doing the smart thing, taking all the way.
Called strike, and that'll run it full.
And sometimes you just got to wait this guy out up there. He hasn't felt right about any of those first 5 pitches, but number 6 could be different.
And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
When you want to talk about being a hard luck loser, he's done more than enough to be the winning pitcher here, but his offense just has not held up their end of the bargain.
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats foul. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. And his 0-2 is bounced on the ground to third. There to play it is A-Rod. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. Oh, and a big breaker that time from Beckett as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike.
And I know you've got a shutout working, but you got to be at least a little worried about this guy at the plate.
Swinging a hard-hit ball down the line in right. Over is Drew, but this is a fair ball heading for the corner.
And not only is that going to put the tying run on base to start the bottom of the 7th, but that's also going to get this crowd involved a bit more too.
Here comes Boston skipper Terry Francona out to the mound, and that's going to mark the end of the evening for Josh Beckett. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. New pitcher coming on, and it's going to be the right-hander Dan Wheeler that takes over. Hard hit towards center. In there, a base hit.
Back-to-back hits here have him in position to get on the scoreboard for the first time in this game. They do have 5 hits in the ball game now, but the key hit has eluded them so far.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And in steps Derek Jeter. First pitch coming. And he squares and bunts this one hard. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runners are able to move up.
Good job there of getting the sacrifice to pay off, so that'll set up a big situation here with the tying run at third and the go-ahead run now in scoring position at second.
Robinson Cano will stride in, grounded out his last time through. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
And now you got to figure on a ground ball, they'll play double play depth up the middle, but the corners will come home with it.
So bases are loaded, nowhere to put him with 1 away, and in steps big Troy Glaus. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Cameron is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And that'll plate the tying run from third as we've got ourselves a brand new ball game now.
And this can be a tough play out there in center because your first instinct is to freeze. You're never quite sure if this is in front of you or over your head, but luckily for him, it was pretty much right at him.
Big spot here. First and second, two men gone, and in steps Posada. Swinging a high chopper. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Yankees forced to settle for one. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, all tied at 1-1. Jacoby Ellsbury will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And with Adrian Gonzalez just around the corner, we'll see a lefty getting loose in the bullpen now. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. One-two pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, and once you see a guy 3 or 4 times in a game, it's easy to see patterns in how they pitch you.
3-2 now.
And now this has to be a strike. You cannot live with a leadoff walk in the late innings of a tie ball game.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Opposite field to left. And that's going to be a base hit. So a good start as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to start the 8th.
Leadoff man is on here to open up the inning. They've been held to just that 1 run scored way back in the 2nd, so they'll need to get the bats working here.
Now the first pitch from CC. Dustin Pedroia is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
These guys have played it pretty close to the vest so far. No stolen base attempts as of yet.
And here's a fastball called for strike 2. Look and a throw to first by Sabathia. And a dive, but he's back in there. Now a ball rolled slowly down the third baseline. And he's safe. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily. Adrian Gonzalez will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. First and second here with nobody out. Runner breaks for third. Grounded fouled off to the right side. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. They'll try again, 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison to this point. And as you could imagine, in a 1-1 ball game, both guys sporting excellent lines so far. Kevin Youkilis stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Surprising that he needs a double play ball, yet he hasn't turned to the sinker yet.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
And guys are continuing to have a hard time staying back on that thing.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
And he's obviously not trying to hit him there. He just let that one get away from him.
Grounded, foul. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Gardner is going to have room, though, as he backs up to put it away, and there are two men gone. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
Well, good job there to tag up and advance on the flyout. And that at least moves the go-ahead run to third now with 2 outs.
Big spot here. Runners at the corners, 2 gone, and that'll bring in the shortstop, Jed Lowry. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1.
It's got to be a nervous time for Joe Girardi right now in that Yankee dugout.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
And you can't overstate how huge this would be to get out of this mess still tied.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
And these last few pitches have all been down, which is not a bad idea against a guy like this.
Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
And compounding matters here is the fact he's throwing a lot of pitches in the inning.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
All right, any margin for error you just had will disappear with this walk. In a tie game, he's towing the razor's edge now.
Darnell McDonald is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
And after the 2-out walk, now is where you really need to make these guys pay.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
1 pitch away now from perhaps stranding that tying run at third.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Ooh, it's getting to be a little white knuckle time out there right now. This is a big pitch coming up.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Another 2-2 offering. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Swisher is there now to put this one away for the 3rd out as they'll strand that potential go-ahead run at third base. Nick Swisher will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Now here's the pitch. And a hanger as he gives this one a pretty good ride out to deep center. Looking back is Hamlin, but this will get over the wall, a home run. So it's a solo home run by Nick Swisher. His first homer so far in the series, and the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
Matt, this is a big home run here late in this one. The game's certainly not over yet, but this lead changes hands here, and this could be a huge turning point.
Call to the bullpen now. Coming in will be the big right-hander Bobby Jenks. Brett Gardner will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on the way. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw in the dirt, but there to save it is Gonzalez, and a fine play there to record the putout. Maybe not exactly what you'd want to have leading off the top of the 9th. As you can see, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up as they try to hang around in this one. Fouled back. And now Jonathan Papelbon will start to stretch it out in the Boston bullpen. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And this has been a well-played ball game. No errors on either side.
And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And Lowry will put this away for out number 2. Mark Teixeira will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball 1-0. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Boy, that looked pretty good. You hate to give a guy like that extra strikes to work with because he can make them hurt you.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Here he comes on 2-1. Fouled straight back. And this is hit hard on the ground toward short. And Teixeira is going to reach. It's a base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Alex Rodriguez, the third baseman, will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. And this is on the ground toward the hole. Look at the play by Euclid. Throw to second in time. What a play as the side is retired. The Yankees pick up a run thanks to Nick Swisher. Last chance now coming up for the Red Sox. 2-1 New York. Mike Cameron will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th. Ninth inning save opportunity now as they'll turn this one over to the closer, Rafael Soriano. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Pitch on the way. 1-1.
And he's not going to swing at borderline pitches. He knows what his assignment is.
Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Yeah, and he'll look for something a little higher here.
Ready with the 2-1. Chased a bad ball up out of the zone. 2-2. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Give him the old hat trick as he's looked over Match all through this one.
Carl Crawford will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Now here's the first pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And the throw in time to get Crawford as he can't bunt his way aboard here.
2 up and 2 down in the ninth so far. This one looks just about to be in the bag.
David Ortiz will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Here's the first offering. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes. The victory here would go to CC Sabathia if the lead holds up. And the slider hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees have taken their first step as they claim Game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Whoa, I thought he had it for a second, but he just got under it a little too much. What a way to end this one, though.
If you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matt, the postseason is certainly a time to prove your mettle, and he did all of that and more in this game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Eric Karros. This has been a presentation of MLB 11 The Show. For more, find us online at theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 2-1. A recap of our night at Yankee Stadium is next. And now for all of us at the show, good night, everybody.